Tune in for Patrick Ching's Painting in Paradise.
Aloha, I'm Patrick Ching, and thank you for joining me on Painting in Paradise. In this episode, we learn about butterflies and how to draw and paint them. You'll meet two native Hawaiian butterflies, the Kamehamea butterfly, also known as Pulelehua, and the smaller blue butterfly, Udara blackburni, also known as the koa butterfly. We'll visit the Honolulu Zoo, where you can see these amazing butterflies and caterpillars close up. Then we'll have a butterfly painting party in Hilo, where the artists enjoyed creating their own butterfly designs. Enjoy all this and more on a wild-winged episode of Painting in Paradise! One of the most joyful creatures on Earth are insects we know as butterflies. In Hawaiian, the name for butterfly, and especially the Kamehameha butterfly, is Pulelehua. This may refer to its resemblance of a lehua blossom dancing in the wind. In 1995, I painted this picture for the Bishop Museum. In it, you can see an adult butterfly on a mamaki plant with eggs, caterpillar, and a chrysalis nearby. The painting was made into cards which are available at the museum gift shop and at the Honolulu Zoo. To learn more about butterflies in Hawaii, I spoke with Jeremy Frank, who is the collections manager for entomology at the Bishop Museum.
There are only two species of butterfly that are endemic to Hawaii, meaning that they're found here and nowhere else. One is the Kamehamea butterfly, and the other is the blackburn's blue. There are about 16 species of butterfly overall that are found on the islands. The Gulf fritillary, the monarch butterfly, both of those are orange and black butterflies that may appear similar to the native Kamehameha butterfly. There's also the Asian swallowtail, which is a very distinctive yellow butterfly. The cabbage white, which is a very widespread and introduced butterfly, as well as several other species which are not native to the islands.
I've always loved the Asian swallowtail butterflies, and as a kid we called them citrus swallowtails because their caterpillars lived on the citrus plants. Swallowtails have long appendages on the bottom of their hind wings that make it more enticing for a predator to attack rather than go for the more important parts of the butterfly's body.
The butterfly life cycle begins as an egg, which is usually laid on the type of plant that the caterpillar that hatches out likes to eat, so it immediately has a food source. They hatch out as a very small caterpillar and will grow many times in size, progressing through stages which we know as instars, as they shed their skin and grow larger each time, feeding quite voraciously on their favorite plants. Eventually, once they've reached a large enough size, they will pupate and form a chrysalis, inside of which their body will be reorganized into what we recognize as a butterfly. Once that process is complete, the chrysalis will split open and the butterfly will come out. At that time, its wings are very wet and still folded up, and so they need to find a place to hang on to and unfold and dry their wings. And then at that point, they'll be able to fly. They'll feed on nectar, they'll search for mates, and they'll continue the process by laying their eggs on the plants that they like. The blackburn's blue, its larvae feed on koa trees, and it's a much smaller butterfly. It's also more widespread. The blackburn's blue is a small blue, as the name implies, and green butterfly that can be found around the islands. They're very distinctive and recognizable butterflies because of their coloration, so where they do occur, they're very easy to spot. before all of these other butterflies were introduced, there really were no other insects like this butterfly on the islands. So it would have been very easily recognized and I think very much appreciated as a native creature of these islands.
When we return, we'll see live Pulelehua butterflies at the Honolulu Zoo. Most people may never get to see a native Hawaiian butterfly in the wild. That's why I was so excited to learn about the Kamehamea butterfly exhibit from Kale Taylor, zookeeper at the Honolulu Zoo.
We have been working with DLNR with the Kamehameha butterflies, raising them, taking care of their caterpillars and growing their food, and we put them on exhibit so that the public and our Kanaka can see our native species of butterfly that you can only see in Hawaii. So the Kamehameha butterflies will lay their eggs specifically on mamaki plants, and that egg will hatch in a few weeks or so, and the caterpillars will eat the mamaki plants, and they'll be caterpillars for most of their life and then turn into pupa, usually on the plant that they're eating. So here we have an adult Kamehameha butterfly caterpillar and a juvenile.
Kale showed me a caterpillar that was actually becoming a chrysalis.
Stage of creating a pupa. You can see the caterpillars right here, and the pupa starts here.
I was so fascinated by the chrysalis because it looked like something from outer space. I asked Kale how long the adult butterflies get to live for.
As a mature Kamehameha butterfly, they live about 3 to 4 weeks. So in that time frame, they get together to produce more eggs and start the life cycle all over again.
I learned how you can tell the males from the females in that the females have bright white spots on the top of their forewing, whereas the males are slightly orange. I asked Kale about the red cups inside the exhibit, and he told me that's for keeping nectar for the butterflies to drink, and the water below is to keep the other bugs out of it.
As you can see, we have these nectar cups, which have their nectar that they feed off of.
I was so excited to see a butterfly land on the cup and actually start drinking from it.
Look at this. This one is tiny, creepy Brody.
We have some banana bags where they also get their food from.
Butterflies use their proboscis, like a tubular tongue, to sip nectar from.
There's a mamaki plant in there for them to lay their eggs, and we also have their chrysalis on exhibit as well.
Then I ran into Charles Lee, who told me about the zoo's volunteer garden.
So we're in the middle of the zoo's volunteer garden, where there are many ornamental plants but also fruiting plants such as banana and papaya. And all of these plants require pollinators to help them germinate seeds and continue on their bloodlines. And so this is a great place to find bees and butterflies as well.
It was a great day here at the Honolulu Zoo. There's so much here for butterflies and caterpillars to do. When we return, I'll show you how to draw and paint the Kamehameha butterfly. Okay folks, so now I'm going to show you how I go about drawing a Kamehameha butterfly, okay? Now I'll start it right here in the middle of the page with its body, and the body comes in 3 parts, okay? I'll start with the middle part called the thorax, and just a little oval right there, okay? Now the head can be a little rounder like mine. Little circle up there. And the abdomen is even bigger than the thorax. It's even a little longer oval right there. Okay? And right there we got a little body of our Kamehameha butterfly. Now for the wings, do you know that each side comes in two parts? Yeah, we got a forewing up front and then a hind wing in the back. Well, the top part is called the dorsal view, yeah? And then the underneath part is called the ventral view. Do you know that the forewing is kind of like a triangle? Yeah, look, you make it come from the thorax and go and back to the thorax, okay? Let's do the other side. And back to the thorax. Now the bottom wings or the back wings are called the hind wings actually. If you're looking at them from the top, the forewing is kind of overlapping. It's on top of the hind wing. And the hind wing will come like that. Okay, other side. There you go. All right, now within the wings, those lines, they're called veins. And you can make one going up here on the top. We have like a teardrop section in there called the discal cell. It's kind of like a teardrop shape. Okay, so now I'm going to send out some more veins to the edge of the wing like this. How did you know they're going to make that sound? And the hind wings even have a discal cell themselves. It's not like a disco, it's like discal, like a disc-like cell area. Wing, 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 wing. Yep. Wing, 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 wing. All right. Now on top of the head, big eyes and bing, antenna. Antennas. Wop, wop. Like that. All right. Now the abdomen can have some lines across like that. I don't know how many they got. 8, 10. Maybe you can help me look it up. Okay, but right there, we got the shape and the vein pattern of our Kamehameha butterfly. So now that we got the vein pattern, we'll add the markings for the black areas and some leaves and then some color. You can download some free line drawings to paint from at patrickching.com. Alright, so now I've drawn the black pattern on the butterfly's wings. Now I'll proceed to draw the leaves of the mamaki plant, which the butterfly loves to lay their eggs on. Next, I'll start painting this drawing like a watercolor. First by painting the sky with water and not touching the wings or the leaves. Next, I'll start adding some paint to the sky. Notice that the sky paint won't go where I haven't painted water on before. A little lighter down below, a little darker up above. I'll paint some darker foliage in the background. That'll help set apart the brighter leaves up front. And now for the mamaki leaves. I'll make them really vibrant. And add some darker shadows to the leaves. And now to start painting the star of our show, the Kamehameha butterfly. Let's bring in the orange. And about to start painting the black, but I'll add in a little bit of blue. To get the thin lines around the butterfly's wings, I use a brush that's shaped more like a screwdriver.
Looking in you for the lion. All looking for the lion. All looking for the lion.
I'll add a little red to the orange and put it in those deeper places. This will help me get a curved effect in certain areas. I'll come back and darken some of those veins. Some lighter highlights will help that out too. And finally, I'll finish putting in those white spots. Notice that these spots are bright white, telling us that this is a female butterfly. Remember that the males have kind of orangey spots over there. And there you have it, a Kamehameha butterfly on a mamaki plant. When we return, we'll join a butterfly birthday painting party in Hilo. I was thrilled to get a call that a young nephew of mine, Tamahere, was going to have a painting party for his family and friends on his 16th birthday. Okay, we're going to start with our primary colors, because this is where colors starts. Yellow, red, and blue, yes. But if you do mix red and yellow together, you get what? Yep. And if you mix yellow and blue, what do you get? Green. Yep. You mix red and blue together, you get... Oh, wait a minute. Did you guys study for this? Huh? You guys know all of this by heart already, yeah? Get to know your color wheel and memorize it as much as you can. Now, that's about all the gap, you know.
It's a beautiful day here in Hawaii. It's a beautiful day when you're greeted in the Hawaiian way. It's a beautiful day here in Hawaii. It's a beautiful day when you hear the people say aloha kakahiaka pehea, good morning, how do you do? Ila mai ka ia oi, may you have a good day too. It's a beautiful day here in Hawaii. It's a beautiful day to be greeted in the Hawaiian way. It's a beautiful day here in Hawaii. It's a beautiful day when you hear the people say, "Hui pehea e aika ko."
Indeed, it was a beautiful day at Tamahere's birthday Pulelehua painting party in Hilo. Thank you for joining me on Painting in Paradise. I hope you enjoyed learning about Hawaii's butterflies and how to draw and paint them. You can learn more about art, nature, and get free color book downloads at patrickching.com. Aloha!
Here